the graduates.
Tinawagan ho ako ni Ms. Choi Hamyas, bilisan ko daw dahil overtime na daw ho ang bayad dito sa SMX. Let me begin. The Honorable former Senator Paulo Benigno Bam Aquino IV, the Honorable former Senator Panfilo Ping Lacson Sr., Dr. Peter Laurel, Chairperson of the Board, Southfield Global Education Network, my dear friend and mentor, Dr. Genevieve Ledesma Laurel, Chief Executive Mentor, Southfield Global Educational Network, Dr. Jocelyn P. Tizon, President SISC, Mr. Rex Walentan, Chief Technology Officer SISC, members of the management, my favorite Dean of Psychology, Dr. Rawel Kahima, esteemed deans, faculty and staff, my brothers Arvin and Adrian, my sister-in-law Helen, my nephew Joshua, mom and dad in heaven, parents, loved ones and guests, my former students, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow graduates, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Bago ako mag-umpisa, pakitingin naman baka nadi-dehydrate ng katabi nyo at batiin nyo ng congratulations sa mga katabi nyo. Hanapin nyo ang mga bestie nyo at sabihin nyo congratulations bestie. Mga binibini at ginoo, ako po si Andre Peter C. Estanislao, isang Foreign Service Officer ng Department of Foreign Affairs at ang panibagong direktor ng Opisina ng Diplomasiyang Pangkultural. At ngayon, ako ay ganap na dalubhasa o master sa larangan ng sining sa psikolohiya. Sa ngalan ng aking mga kasabay na nagtapos, taos-puso po ako nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng bumubuo ng SGen at ng SISC sa napakalaking karangalang mapiling maging isa sa mga tagapagsalita ngayong hapong ito. Ang ika-19 na seremonya ng pagtatapos ng Southfield ay patunay sa dedikasyon ng ating mahal na paaralan na bigyang pugay tayong mga mag-aaral at ang ating mga pagsisikap upang makamtan ang sinabi nga ni Sharon Cuneta, ang ating pangarap na bituin. Ang makatanggap ng diploma. Ang pagtitipon natin ngayon ay nagpapatunay rin sa patuloy na pagsisikap ng SISC na humubog ng mga mag-aaral na mayroong kakayahan, competence, karakter, character, nakikipagtulungan, collaboration, na may pagkamalikhain, creativity, sige nga, at may pananagutang magtagumpay, commitment to achieve. Asan si Gina? Gina, okay ba? Okay. Sa Southfield Global Education Network, maraming salamat po. Sisikapin ko po hindi natagalan ang aking talumpati sapagkat alam kong may reservation pa ang lahat sa samgyupsal. At baka lumamig din ang inyong handang spaghetti at pansit. At baka matunaw na rin ang yelong nagpapalamig ng inyong champagne, wine. Kung OA kayo, Patron. Hennessy. Kung nonchalant kayo, Red Horse. San Miguel, Emperador at Alfonso. Perhaps a good thing about a valedictory address by a master's graduate is that I've had work experience to somewhat substantiate some of my observations in life that I would like to share with all of you. Thus, Ms. Choi, maghintay ka. I beg your patience and indulgence as I share with you 3 things that I've tried to follow throughout my life and further solidified by my tenure here at SISC. First, don't sneak. S-N-E-A-K. Ano ba yung sneaking? Especially if you've done nothing wrong. Sneaking is acting furtively, stealthily. In other words, you sneak, for example, when you see your terror professor and you hide behind the door. You sneak outside the classroom pag nakatalikod ang professor para i-text ang jowa niyo. That is sneaking. Kung wala ka namang ginagawang masama, kung wala kang niyuyurakan at sinisiraan, bakit ka matatakot humarap sa iba at magpakatotoo? Especially when it comes to embracing your own achievements. We seem to sneak and not fully celebrate our greatness, our successes. Every graduation time, palagi kong narinig, do not be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid to fail. It's part of growing. Today, I say to you, especially when it comes to embracing your own achievements in your life, Do not sneak but fully celebrate it. Indeed, there is wisdom to the timeless advice of not being afraid. Sure, not being afraid to fail. Sure, this is all part of growing as a person. But let us not shy away from celebrating our successes. If you got it, you flaunt it. Kung nag-aral ka ng mabuti at nakakuha ng patimpalak at ganitpala, kaching-kaching, ipagmalaki mo. Mag-cum laude ka, palakpakan mo sarili mo, summa cum laude, magna cum laude. Kung nag-diet at exercise ka, para kumasya ang cocktail dress mo ngayon at ang pantalon mo, i-post mo sa Facebook, OOTD. Kung nagpursige ka at nagtrabaho ng mabuti upang makabili ng bagong bag, wallet, motor, kotse, kondo, ano pa man, huwag mo itong ikahiya. Kung iniwan mo ang pagkatorpe mo at nanligaw ka ng maigi at nakamit ang matamis na oo ng iyong kasintahan, ipagmalaki mo ang syota mo. Mag-practice na kayo mamaya. Mommy, Daddy, Tay, Pa, Ma, si ano nga pala? Hindi dapat tayo magtago sa likod ng mga katagang, ay wala lang yan, tsamba lang yan. That is a perfect example of sneaking. In effect, sneaking is tantamount to not being yourself, to hiding behind modesty. Thus, my dear friends, when you avoid sneaking, when you come into the light of your own successes, you become true to yourself. And believe me, there is no greater feeling than embracing and celebrating every aspect of who you are. Failures, achievements, and greatness. Kanina binanggit ko si Sharon Caneta, ngayon babanggitin ko si Didith Reyes. Mga undergrad, hindi kilala yan. Miss Belen, Didith Reyes, Miss Lani. Sabi ni Didith Reyes, bakit ako mahihiya? This brings us to my second philosophy in my life. Be grateful and kind all the time. When the whole world seems to turn its back on you, when the specter of injustice touches your being, when someone breaks your heart, when someone so precious passes on and leaves you, when disaster strikes, as truly difficult and impossible to do, find it in your heart of hearts to still be grateful and kind. Because when darkness falls, I truly believe that gratitude, kindness, and compassion provide an opportunity for the light of love to come through. Sometimes we take for granted the people and things in our lives that for us may be commonplace, but for others are already luxuries. When I was writing my thesis, yung napakapal na libro na hawak ko po, on the effects of mindfulness-based stress reduction therapy program on stress and anxiety of construction workers, gumawa ako ng program on mindfulness. Tinesting ko po sa mga construction workers at Pangasinan in San Carlos City. Bago ako magpatuloy, binanggit kasi ni Mr. Ferrer, Doc Jo, nung loyalty awarding daw, nung binigay niyo sa advisor ko yung 15 years, tinanong niyo daw ho, anong department ka? Ladies and gentlemen, from the Department of Psychology, my advisor, Miss Julie Ann Balmonte. It made me realize during my research the need to be truly grateful for things that I have in my life. Nung tinatanong ko yung mga construction workers, taga Parañaque po ako, every week na sa Pangasinan po ako para kausapin yung mga construction workers. Tinanong ko kung ano yung mga problemang pinagdadaanan nila at nagsasanhi ng stress at anxiety. Natatandaan ko ang sagot ng isa sa mga kalahok. Sir, ako po, iniisip ko kung saan ako kukuha ng pambili ng bigas araw-araw. Of course, we have our own problems and worries, but sometimes in the grand scheme of things, our issues seem infinitesimal compared to the worries of other people, especially those who are not as fortunate as us. Kaya napakahalaga na tayo yung magpasalamat, maging mahabagin, at madamayin sa kalagayan ng ibang tao. Huwag tayong basta-basta mag-iisip ng masama patungkol sa ating kapwa, ngunit isipin natin na tayong lahat ay may pinagdadaanan. Research on psychology proves as well that those who manifest gratitude, compassion, kindness, and forgiveness live longer, healthier lives. Pangatlong kanta, sabi nga ng Eraserheads, lift your head, baby, don't be scared of the things that could go wrong along the way. Finally, my third guidepost in life was something further reified 2 months ago. You see, ladies and gentlemen, during the pinning ceremony and white coat ceremony of the Department of Psychology, hello BS Psychology, well, MA Psychology, I was also given the honor and opportunity to give the testimonial address. And at that time, I shared to everyone that one of the reasons that I applied for an educational sabbatical from the DFA and I enrolled in the SISU MA program. Sa mga guests natin po ngayon, napakaganda po ng master's program ng Southfield. Kung gusto niyo pong mag-enroll, nasa ba ang PR natin, Miss Elites? Miss Elites, punta lang po kayo kay Miss Elites. Please enroll in the master's program of Southfield. Libreng marketing niyan to. Anyway, as I was saying, I was given the honor and opportunity to do the testimonial, and the reason why I applied for an educational sabbatical was because I needed to take care of my father, who had a terminal illness at that time. Sinabi ko po sa sarili ko, pagkatapos ng walang tigil at humpay na pag-aaral at pagsusumikap sa pagtatrabaho, kinailangan kong suriing mabuti ang aking buhay. Kinailangan kong isipin kung ano nga ba ang tunay na mahalaga sa buhay. Ito ba ang patuloy na pagtanggap ng mga karangalan? Ang makapaglakbay sa iba't ibang mga bansa? Ang makalikom ng madaming salapi? Ang makahanap ng tunay na pag-ibig at katuwang sa buhay, ang makahanap ng forever. Sa mga panahong nabalot ang aking mundo ng kadiliman at matinding kalungkutan dahil nakikita ko na unti-unting nawawala ang aking ama, na para bagang kandilang nauupos at wala akong magawa. Ang sinagot ko sa katagang ito, ano ba ang mahalaga sa buhay ay ito? Ang makapagbigay serbisyo at magmahal na walang kinikilingan at walang hinihintay na kapalit sa aking pinakamamahal na ama. Regretfully, my father passed away 2 years ago, but to him I dedicate not just this achievement today, but everything in my life thus far. In that testimony speech as well, I shared the reason why I kept on pursuing excellence and pushing myself to limits beyond what my present capacity is was because of my mother. My panacea, my source of strength, my acacia tree, under whose shade and comfort I found a refuge. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, my mother passed away in June 21 this year, a little over 2 months ago. A week before she passed away, it was just me and her in her room at home. At this point, because of cancer, she could barely speak and was drifting in and out of consciousness. Kung meron mo kayong kilalang namamatay na ng dahil sa cancer, napakasamang at lubhang sakit ho nito. And I mustered, after we prayed the rosary, kaming dalawa lang, I mustered the courage to voice out and say everything that I needed to say to her. I expressed my gratitude, my dreams, my hopes, my regrets, my fears and anxieties, and of course, my tremendous love for her. Expectedly, I was in tears during and after what I had to say. I'm not a big believer in miracles, ladies and gentlemen, but miraculously, after I spoke to my mom, hindi na siya nakakasalita nun, drifting in and out of consciousness. For a brief 10 seconds, the fog of confusion that was enveloping my mom, her stuttering and incomprehensible speech, all disappeared. For a brief moment in time that I will carry with me until I see her again, she looked at me and said as clear as the light of a new spring dawn, "Be strong." Those were the very last words she said to me. And this, my dear friends, even though it is so personal, I wish to share with all of you to honor her spirit, is also the last piece of advice I would like to give to all of you. When my mom finally passed away, my world was shattered in a million pieces. Perhaps some of you, if not all of us, have experienced some agonizing, traumatic experiences in our lives that have shattered us. Yet I am grateful to her who prepared me for the unthinkable with that golden nugget of wisdom, to be strong. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that we are all capable of overcoming whatever tempest that rages and will rage on in our lives. There lies in us a force so strong, a wellspring of resilience, of grit, of character, which we can all tap and draw strength from in moments of weakness and fallibility. All we need to be strong is to believe in ourselves, as cliched and overrated as this may seem, as it has proven to be true all throughout my life. Sabi nga ni Kelly Clarkson, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. On a more joyful note, I'd like to share with all of you today, serendipitously, today, August 7, is my mom's birthday. To you, Mom, happy birthday. Para sa iyo at sa Dad ang lahat ng ito. I love you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow graduates, my dear friends, today I was tasked to deliver a valedictory to all of you as a response for today's ceremony, as a response to Southville. Here is my unequivocal and incontrovertible answer. Southville International School and Colleges has truly been an oasis and a sanctuary where I was able to find respite and calm during the most testing times in my life. Where learning was not confined to research papers, presentations, and assignments, but to skills and practical knowledge. Where I have made friends not only among my peers in the Master of Arts program, but also among the faculty member, most of whom I consider true and dear friends. But most importantly, Southville further ingrained in me to always be proud of myself, to be grateful and be kind at every occasion, and to find the strength in myself in moments of adversity and great pain. Thus, armed with character, competence, collaboration, creativity, and commitment to achieve, let us walk out, nay, let us sashay, out of this graduation hall and gush forth with great pride in ourselves and our achievements, with gratitude and compassion in our hearts, and with a strength that breaks through the toughest of times. Ito na ho yung huling kanta. Sabi nga ng Southville hymn, your belief in what we are wakens thought to go beyond far. Faith in what we can yet be gladdens, set our spirit free. Mabuhay ang Southville International School and Colleges, mabuhay ang Pilipinas, mabuhay po tayong lahat. Magandang hapon po sa kanila lahat.
Estanislao sa Senado!
Thank you very much.